question. Of the week.
Oh, hello, Internet. I didn't see you there. It's Jeff Cannata with 2 N's and 1 T, just tickling the ivories. And it's time once again for your question of the week. Today's question comes from @GroundFlyer. Oh, GroundFlyer, how you write the questions. The oxymoron known as GroundFlyer. GroundFlyer writes, do you think the improved graphical realism in games hinders our own imagination and thus game immersion? Well, GroundFlyer, I don't. You know, there's an argument to be made for the written word. Zork, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, those old classic Infocom games where you had to use your imagination like a book. And I love reading. I love books, and I love using my imagination. But I certainly don't think that is a more immersive experience than a fully rendered, wonderful 3D world like we're going to get in Skyrim or Uncharted. I think, actually, that the level of immersion, the level of fidelity of the world directly impacts my believability, my involvement in the story. There's an argument to be made that am I using my imagination less or more, but I don't think you can argue that immersion suffers. I also love games like Dwarf Fortress or Minecraft that rely on very limited graphical stuff, imagery, and they ask you to fill in those blanks, not in the same way that you do when you're reading a book, not in the same way you do in a text adventure, but in a very different way where a very simplistic iconographic, perhaps I could even say, version of, a dwarf or an orc or what have you, you extrapolate that, you use your imagination. Is that more immersive? I don't think so. Is it better? I don't think so. I think that it's a different experience, and it can be just as fun and just as exciting and just as interesting, but I don't think one is better than the other from a purely immersive standpoint. So take that, GroundFlyer. I say thee nay.